Welcome to this playthrough with me, Freddy Eddy,
Headquarters screen
on
Level
Flight
83.
Sim
Current
2024. Baby, we are back, and I couldn't be more excited. We are going flying today, so don't be bashful. Touch that like and subscribe button for me. I'd greatly appreciate it. This new creator could use every one of them. So we're going to fly Miss Jessica
Mission
today
map screen.
on a private charter
Career mission map screen.
from Linden, and it's a difficult mission.
Mission briefing screen.
And this is
Private
using
charter,
the Jet
hashtag
Sirius.
H1,313.
I believe it's a
Last
G2,
call.
and we're going to fly into some cloud cover
Linden
and take her up into Canada.
Mrs. Jessica Hernandez booked a private transfer to
So
a
if
special
you guys
event.
are ready to
Estimated
go,
mission brief. Transfer aircraft screen.
so am I. I just picked my jet for me. We're going to have to load in here. Alright, this is a VIP mission. And here's our beautiful jet that we're going to be flying today. If you guys have never used it, it's an amazing little jet, and it's a great way to make a lot of money really fast. It's easy to use. It's easier to land than most prop planes because the jet's a little more powerful, but you come in faster, so it's not something you want to do right away, but as soon as you start getting used to flying, I would recommend it. So I'm just adding a little bit of fuel so we make sure we have enough fuel to get up north. And it looks like the maintenance is good on everything, so let's go ahead and load in and do a walk around. And there she is. It's a compact little jet, got a parachute emergency on top, the airstream's up top. Go ahead and get rid of these chocks. Remove the pilot cover, engine cover. Go ahead and open up the hatch. Look at that. Love it. Go ahead and get in. Time to light the fires and kick the tires, right?
Madam, we've begun boarding. Step aboard and make yourself comfortable. Noted, Captain. They're on their way. Have a good flight.
All right, let's go. Miss Jessica, nice to meet you.
Madam, welcome aboard.
Quick favor, Captain. I'm expected in Linden ASAP, so if you'd speed it up a bit, I'd appreciate it.
Well, this is VIP there, Miss Jessica.
Good afternoon,
So you
Cap.
just cool
Today,
your
you've got the pleasure of
jets
taking Mrs. Hernandez to Linden.
while I
She's
fire
close to
mine
one of our
up.
top clients who booked the flight for her. Provide her with the finest service on behalf of our company. I know I can count on you. Have a good flight, Captain.
You betcha, buddy. You can count on me. Getting everything fired up. This is not a tutorial, but I will give you some pointers here and there. I will say that I am not a master pilot at this. I am learning as I go also. So I'm sure if you're been playing this game for a long time, you're probably going to see me do some rookie mistakes, which is fine. Everybody starts somewhere, but I certainly enjoy this game, and I like flying, and I'm going to keep doing it. Alright, so let's go to a little power. Make sure we rotating.
Kilo Hotel, Whiskey Victor Traffic November 1361 is taxiing to runway 6.
Got the clearance to taxi. Alright, got a little power. I'm gonna go ahead and take off the parking brake now. Alright, and off we go taxiing. You can see the arrows. You just follow the arrows to the left. Get out the way! Get out the way! Emergency vehicle almost caused an emergency. Jesus. Alright, so now this long, very, did I say long, very long taxi ride?
This first-class wings flight to Linden. I'm your captain and pilot today. Estimated flight time is 44 minutes. We're on time for departure, waiting for takeoff clearance. I'll keep you informed during the flight if anything important comes up. Thank you.
Checking my autopilot and my nav, making sure that we're ready to go. Probably read a book before we get up to takeoff here. So one thing I wish they would change in this game is this, but I guess it's part of flying. You got to get to the hangar or from the hangar to the runway, that's for sure. So it's just part of it, I guess. Makes it more immersive. Alright, so we got to stop up here. Make sure we got clearance.
Kilo Hotel, Whiskey Victor traffic November 1361 taking off runway 6 north departure.
Go ahead and pull up to the runway. I'll be taking a right.
On behalf of my company, I would like to thank you for flying with us today on this flight to Linden. We are prepared for takeoff, so please ensure your seatbelts are correctly fastened and your electronic devices are turned off or in airplane mode. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the flight. Thank you.
Better make sure those seat belts are tight. And here we go. Light the fires. Full power. Release the brake. Keep it down the center of the runway. Getting up to speed. Alright, rotate, as they say. Clear the runway, and those trees would be great. Landing gears up.
Approach November 1361 is type 1 miles northeast of Kilo Hotel, Whiskey Victor, 400 feet. Request flight following. November 1361 approach. Squawk 650 tree. Squawk 650 tree, 61 tree.
Copy that, Ghost Rider. We're flying.
2 miles northeast of Kilo Hotel, Whiskey Victor, 1,300 feet, altimeter tree 0. Tree 0.
I do believe we need to make it up to an altitude of, well, we're climbing to 4,000 right now. I think overall, though, I can't remember, I think it's 19,000. I'm gonna have to figure that out, being a pilot and all.
3 miles northeast of Kilo Hotel, Whiskey Victor, 2,100 foot, request IFR to Kilo Charlie Delta Alpha, ready to copy. November 1361 is cleared to Kilo Charlie Delta Alpha Airport as filed. Squawk 650 tree. November 1361 cleared to Kilo Charlie Delta Alpha Airport as filed. Squawk 650 tree. 613 read back correct. Radar contact 3,300 feet, altimeter tree 0. 26 continue to whirl following heading 025 resume mode navigation climb and maintain 4,000 feet.
Go ahead and acknowledge what he's saying. Make sure that I've got it set for 4,000. I'm setting my pointer right now to adjust my heading.
Continue to whirl following heading 025 resume 4,000 feet, 6-1 tree. 6-1 tree, contact Boston Center on 124. 525. Good day.
Alright, autopilot's on, everything's set. Should start following our flight path.
525, 6-1 tree. Boston Center, November 1 tree, 6-1 tree is at 4,500 feet, descending 4,000 feet. November 1 tree, 6-1 tree, Boston Center, altimeter, tree 0. 27 radar contact, continue to Worla. Madam, glad to be your captain today. First, I'd like to welcome you on behalf of First Class Wings on Flight HB 1313. We are currently cruising at an altitude of 3,800 feet and an airspeed of 200 knots. It's 12:57 p.m. and are expecting to land in Linden approximately at 3:10 a.m. local time. Current temperature of 68 degrees Fahrenheit. If the weather cooperates, we should get a great view of the area as we descend. I'll update you before we reach our destination. Until then, sit back, relax, and enjoy the rest of the flight.
Sounds lovely. What a great view, flying over the water. This can be a very peaceful game, but it's kind of like being a cop. It's real peaceful, and then all of a sudden, it's the most exciting thing you've ever done in your life. Especially when you go to take off or land sometimes. But I do love this little jet. I think it's my favorite plane in flight sim right now. Look at that view. It's a little compact jet, but it's all you need to get rolling. Make a lot of money with it and start buying the bigger airplanes. There's a lot of people that own these jets around the world, privately owned and flown every day. Most average person does never get an opportunity to fly on them or in them, but amazing jets. It's amazing that we can fly like this in real life, if you think about it. I think the larger jet liners can reach 800 or 900 miles an hour, which is, if I'm wrong, let me know, but that's pretty wild to be able to travel that fast. But I am thinking about starting a new series while we're cruising here on Flight Sim 24, starting from scratch and showing how you build up your company and your licenses. You have to do all your tests. It's a whole process. This is my first playthrough of the game.
6-1 tree, contact Boston Center on 1281. Good day.
I've finally become a competent enough pilot to bring it to you all.
161 tree. Boston Center, November 1 tree 6, 1 tree, 4,000 feet.
That was me looking at the approach when we get there.
1 tree Boston Center, altimeter, tree 0. 25 radar contact, continue to loft.
you can get on your little iPad and look at the approach and what you're gonna have, basically the flight pattern of what you're gonna need to do when you get to the airport and how it's gonna route you. But landing is the key. You have to learn each airplane's characteristics and what speed you need to come in at without overpowering with your flaps down, because you'll put your flaps down when you go to land, and you don't want to overpower. You'll damage the airplane if you overpower it, I guess is what I'm trying to say. So each airplane is different and unique, and you just have to learn those speeds that you need to come into a landing with, and go through your flight pattern to land and what speed, and where you don't lose control and fall out of the air or come in too fast and miss the runway. There's some variables there that you have to pay attention to all the time. But that's the one thing I've noticed about this game is if you really get good at landing, you're going to be good at flight sim. That's the most stressful time, but it is really fun when you land one perfectly. Don't bounce it off the runway or...
Contact Boston Center on 12485. Good day.
Copy that, Ghost Rider.
124-8561 tree.
Or you run past the runway. Nobody likes that. That is not good for nobody. Which is, this game is unforgiving in that way, because you can wreck your plane where you're landing, and all this flying was for nothing. But I guess as in real life, it would be the same. What a great view. A little choppy out today, though. Not sure how far north we are here, but we're definitely going over the river. Wonder if that's... could that be Pennsylvania? It might be Pennsylvania, what they call the Three River Stadium, where the Squealers are. Curious how you all fly.
November 1361 tree Boston Center altimeter tree 0. 25 radar contact, continue to ping.
Do you freehand it? Do you use the autopilot? Do you listen to all these transactions over the radio? I like to immerse myself in the game, so I listen to all of it and react to all of it. I mean, it is a simulator, so might as well try to get the most out of it. There's another city coming up there. I'm not sure what it is. Or it looks like a city to the right there. We're definitely following this river. everything looks like it's staying steady. Just a little choppy. Curious to see what kind of grade, because they grade you at the end, and see what kind of grade I'll get for this flight. You can't throw them around back there, they're not going to like it. But there's a lot of different jets I want to move up to. I'm a little worried about learning about how to fly them, which is it sounds kind of silly because it's just a simulator game and it really isn't going to cost you nothing, but it does stress you out. It at least stresses me out a little bit when I'm trying to learn a new plane. And I think it's just because I'm a rookie at this.
12 tree, 75 for 61 tree.
361 tree Boston Center altimeter, tree 0. 20 radar contact, continue to crib.
It's amazing how much you learn about flying, though, from just a video game and what pilots go through. I have heard, though, that this is more difficult than actually flying. Like landing in a plane, once you've done it once, you can do it over and over again, that it's not that difficult. I mean, mind you, as long as the conditions are right. You know, if you got crosswinds on the runway, or you know, I mean, it all depends on the conditions you're flying in, but you know, if you're having to do it all by your instruments, that takes a high degree of competency, I would say. Which that is one of the funner certifications to get when you're starting out, is flying blind, basically, and just using your instruments to get you to the runway so you can land. It's very eye-opening. I also didn't know that real planes, I'm talking about real planes, in the game you'll fly right through clouds, but real planes, they'll avoid heavy clouds. They won't fly in them. No reason to fly with zero visibility, or if there's weather, you don't want any of that, because that can really cause a problem. So they avoid them. They'll go above them, below them, around them. That, you know, any storm cells, they won't fly around. They just won't fly around them, and it makes sense. You know, I mean, no reason to take a risk for nothing if you can just fly around it. Or over it. But I do enjoy this game. It's fun in career mode to build, you know, start out from nothing and get your pilot's license, and then work on getting your certificates, and then, you know, getting your first plane, and, you know, trying to keep it in the air long enough to where you can make money so you can buy a better plane. And it is career mode, really, I think, is the reason why I like this game as much as I like it. If it wasn't for career mode, I'm not sure that I would be so interested. I would be something I would just hop on, do a flight, and then hop off. I wouldn't keep playing it because, you know, if you're into simulation games like I am, which you obviously are if you're watching this, I love the grind. You know, I love the grind. I love working towards a goal. I love I love all of it. So that's, I think that's what's drawn me to this game, is really the career mode. And if you haven't started a career, I highly recommend that you do. I think you'll enjoy it. If you like to work towards something. If you just like to fly, hop on here and fly. There's all kinds of stuff to fly. Helicopters are the ones that it's pretty unique. Especially learning how. You don't realize what those pilots go through to keep it straight and going the way they want it. Looks like we're coming up on a little bit of cloud cover, which we're flying under, so no big deal. You can see our destination out there, so we'll be coming up soon to our destination. Oh, also, when you fly up north, make sure you put your de-icers on. If you forget to do that and you fly up into Canada on this game, it's going to remind you fairly quick. You'll be falling out of the sky. Ice will load up on your windshield, it'll load up on your wings, and you'll start losing lift, and down goes Fraser. What a great looking little jet, though. That has to be a rush in real life, to sit in one of them and be competent to fly it and be able to just take off and fly. Saw a video a while back that it was a real video, not a flight sim video, and these guys flew down to the Bahamas in one of these jets, and looked pretty fun. Looked like they were having a day, that's for sure.
613 contact center on 134. 7. Good day.
134, 761 tree. Center November 1361 tree, 4,000 feet.
November 1361 tree center altimeter tree 0. 21 radar contact, continue to peg.
You can tell we're getting closer up into Canada. Everything's starting to look white and frozen and gloomy. That's a Midwest term, gloomy. Oh, I don't know if y'all saw that drop down to the ground, the point that we're heading towards. That's an indication that we're starting to get really close to the airport. I'm going to be taking it off autopilot soon. truly is amazing that they can even make a game like this to simulate basically a real world experience of flying an airplane. I mean, it's pretty amazing. The code that goes into this must be crazy. The amount of it. I know this game's a touch glitchy, and for Microsoft, I would expect them to, I don't want to be too hard on them, but I would expect them to put out a little better product than this. But I think that, you know, it's been better since the updates. And like I said, I'm sure it wasn't an easy game to make. I mean, pretty much the topography of the whole world, and you can just fly wherever. Incredible amount of information. I just got to figure out what is going to be my next airplane. And I'm thinking twin prop. You could make really good money with a twin prop. And I know you're like, what? Go from a jet to a twin prop? Well, it'd be a little slower. I mean, not much slower than what I'm flying now, but the payouts are ridiculous on the twin props. As far as like VIP missions, they're just make a lot of money really quick. I really don't know how people manage to fly the 747s in this game. Keep it down back there, Jessica. I'm talking. Didn't think that was ever going to end. Anyway, what I was saying is with the larger jets that you walk into the cockpit and there is nothing but switches, buttons. I mean, just it's crazy how much pressure you're under and how involved it is to be able to fly a jet like that. But we'll get there. We'll build up to it, and we'll eventually get to that point where we're flying the big boys. I just wanted to put this out there though and see how people react to Flight Simulator. But I'm definitely going to start a series for sure with Flight Sim, start a career mode, and like I said earlier in the video, and get a whole series on Flight Sim. Be able to watch me get my certificates and show you how I grind away and grow a business to where we're flying the big boys one day. This is just the beginning, basically the first playthrough that I've done on Flight Sim, and I'm excited to have it on my channel, and I hope y'all enjoy watching it. So I'm not sure how much longer is on this flight. I feel like I've been talking for a while. It looks like maybe we got about 5 or 6 more minutes of flight time. But can't say enough about this jet. It takes a little while to get it when you start. You're going to have to do a lot of Cessna missions. And working for the other guy, you don't make a lot of money. So it is what it is, though. It's all part of the game and part of the experience. Cessnas are fun to fly, though. I will say that. They're a little slow, but I mean, it is a prop plane. But they are very fun to fly. Good day.
135, 761 tree.
1 tree Boston Center, altimeter tree 0. 20 radar contact continue.
But I'll do a little bit of both. Do some tutorials. Do some playthroughs like this. And eventually, we'll have a series on the channel. Nothing but white mountains. Closed in on it, though. I just took a flight from Orlando to Detroit, and it was 2 hours on one of the big flights. That was in real life, actually. But this seems like it. I guess that would be about right for the amount of mileage we're going on this flight, for it to be about, I don't know, 38, 40 minutes. So I guess that's pretty close to real life. There's a lot of cool missions on this game also, where you can fly across the country, fly to another country, fly to the Bahamas, to South America, which South America is very intimidating, by the way. So is Africa, because there is huge areas where there's nothing, and if you have a problem, you're done. You're going down, never to be seen again. So it is a unique experience in flight sim to fly in those areas. Mexico, I think I flew on one trip, I think I flew from Florida to the Bahamas, to South America, to Mexico, which Mexico is really cool. It's not as flat as you think it is. There's some mountainous areas there along the coast, and
61 tree, you can cancel IFR. Continue.
Boston Center 61 tree would like to cancel IFR.
well, that's good. We can go in on visual now.
Plan is canceled. Radar service terminated. Squawk 1200. Maintain VFR. Frequency change approved.
That's what VFR is visual flight. IFR is instrument flight, in case you were wondering, if you don't know anything about the game.
Kilo Charlie Delta Alpha traffic November 136.
It looks like we're coming in on our landing.
For inbound to land runway 20.
Yep, starting to decrease. Gonna have to put the land legs out. You can hear me cutting back on the engine. Starting to decrease altitude. You can see the jet slowing up now. Looks like a short runway from here. Hopefully we can stick this landing well. Cut back on the throttle a little more. See the airspeed coming down. Trying to get lined up with the approach. You can see the boxes over there. That's where we've got to start coming in on our approach. It's never simple in this game either. You think, oh, I'm gonna fly here, and then you see the runway and you always have to go around it and then come back to it. It's never as simple as just landing. As in life though, nothing's given, it's always a challenge. But that's what I'm doing right now. I'm trying to cut my airspeed down, which is down pretty low now to 112, 113. And I'm trying to slow up. Be sticking some flaps soon, which will help me slow up a little more. I'm just trying to follow the flight path or pattern into the airport. And all it looks like I'm going to end up doing is taking a left and then a left into the airport to the runway. I think you want it around 95. Airspeed, which I'm running a little low, around 90 I think is a good speed. I powered up a little bit so that I can pick up a little bit of speeds. And this is the trick of landing, is getting your airspeed perfect. If you can get your airspeed perfect for a landing, it makes things a lot easier. It's easier to maneuver. It just makes everything so much easier. One last left turn here. You can see we're starting to get just above the trees. I don't think we got over 4,500 feet this whole trip. I thought it went up to 19,000. But I don't think this little jet you can fly that high because of the breathing apparatuses, or the breathing.
Kilo Charlie Delta Alpha, traffic November 1361.
Alright, line it up, and it feels like you're just going to take the top of the trees off when you're landing. Nothing like landing on an icy runway. Looks like I got to get over to the right a little bit. Alright, coming in. Looks like a good little smooth little transition. You aim for those numbers and then touchdown. Oh, perfect. Stuck it perfectly. Brake. Power off. Oh, wonderful landing. Should get a good score for this. Just got to turn around and taxi and go back to the hangar. That was a perfect landing. Or as good as I could do. I don't know if it was perfect, but it was perfect for me. Get up here and report into the airport.
Kilo Charlie Delta Alpha traffic November 1361 is taxiing to parking.
Here we go, taxiing. Safe trip, safe touchdown. That means we're going to pay. We're going to get paid.
Madam, welcome to Caledonia County. Local time is 1:31 p.m. For your safety, the captain has requested that you remain stop and the seatbelt sign is turned off. Please make sure you take all your belongings with you when you get off. On behalf of the entire company, we would like to thank you for choosing first-class wings. We look forward to seeing you again and wish you a pleasant stay in Linden.
Get out the way, buddy. I have to run somebody over. Now it looks like I'm gonna have to run over a Cessna. Alright. I've actually crashed planes running them into parked planes when I was taxiing, so you kind of want to avoid them. Get up here and stop. Alright. Put the parking brake on. Shut everything down. And see what we got paid for the mission. The engine has to come to a complete stop. That's what we're waiting for. There we go. Mission success.
Post mission reward screen. Private charter #HB1.
All right. I got an A. I'll take it. 100% aviator performance. Satisfactory. All right. Some good experience.
100%.
Yeah, very successful mission. Very successful. Well, I hope y'all enjoyed this playthrough.
Mission payout. Base income is dollar base income.
Let's see what I made.
Dollar commission. Reputation bonuses. Reputation update. Current mission reward is X bonus per level up. New level reached.
Level 84. Nice.
Currently highlighted. Next. Career.
I made some good money.
Level 84.
All right, people. Well, I appreciate you staying around to the end.
Main menu.
Like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.